And we're back here on Good Morning Lake Martin. It is top of the hour. Welcome to all the folks around the state of Alabama with the Alabama Cable Network joining us for this second hour of Good Morning Lake Martin. Doug Roberts is in the house this morning, as always, with his Friday cap on. We also welcome a friend of ours from town here, and we welcome Mr. Randy Lee Sr. to the show this morning. Good morning, Randy.
Good morning.
Hi, and where are you doing, sir?
Thank y'all so much for having me.
Man, it's good to have you out here.
We're glad to be here.
Hi, hey, Doug, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. I found Randy in the parking lot. He looked lost, so I brought him in.
Well,
I got to say, this guy got me off bed a few times.
did he really?
He has done a great job. When I'm down, I go to him.
He can do that. I'm telling you. Well, most people probably know you by your son being Randy Lee Jr.
That's right.
He's at that set right over there.
He comes in here quite often. I think.
He's here. He's been here longer than probably any of us on Sports Blitz. Randy and Brett have done a fantastic job with that show. Let's talk a little bit about you, though, sir, and your company called Lee Apparel, and that company's been around a long time. Tell us a little bit about Lee Apparel and what you all do there.
We started our company in June of 2003, so we've been in business this June 12 years. We were fortunate enough to have the Lake Martin Economic Alliance to allow us to build a building in Dadeville, which we did in 2005. We were the first tenant there.
I was about to say, I thought you were the first one.
So we, I was talking to Randy yesterday, and I couldn't believe that since 2005, our sales has grown sevenfold.
Is that a fact?
Wow.
Right.
That's wonderful.
So we have pretty much on top of each other. When that happens, you become pretty inefficient sometimes.
You may have to expand here pretty soon.
We are doing that now.
Good.
We're in the with the help of the Economic Alliance and everybody involved in that. And I'd like to just mention a few people.
Absolutely, please do.
The county engineer's office, Mr. David Moore. I don't know if people understand just how important he is behind the scenes. He and his crew have been Johnny on the spot to help us with anything we needed, and also the city of Dadeville, from the mayor and the council, they have all been there when we needed them. Of course, the Economic Alliance and Sandra and Don and that crew have just been over backwards to help us do whatever we need to do.
Sure.
And so now we're expanding. So hopefully we will not be right on top of each other.
There you go. Are you building out what I consider the back side toward?
We're just going right off the back, the same roof line, you know.
I got you.
The building's pretty much engineered to do that.
I got you. Yes, it is. Let me ask you about now, if general public came to Lee Apparel, what kind of services do you offer there? What could they get from you?
Well, in the beginning, we were a garment producer. We screen printed and embroidered. We still do that.
Yes.
Still a big part of our business.
Right.
About 4 years ago, we started sign business to go with it, and it really meshed well with our art department and the things that we do as far as advertising is concerned.
Yes, sir.
So now we have any kind of signs you can think of, from a small window sticker to a monument sign.
Sure.
And we also do a lot of LED type signs. And so any kind of sign you can think of, we do it.
That's the computer generated or controlled.
That's right.
All
Exactly.
those things.
Yes.
How about the wraps? Do you all do the wrap thing?
Oh yes, wraps is something that the public has found out. If they decorate their vehicle, they got a rolling billboard.
You're exactly right.
So
I mean, it's everywhere.
That is something that we have grown with, and we do some pretty big vehicles too. So it tells you why we need a little more room when you start pulling a giant boat or a large van into the building. It takes a lot
Those
of
big
room.
delivery box trucks or something?
Big
That's
box
right.
trucks,
Yeah.
huge, yeah.
So we went, for the last month, we've had one right after another. We probably averaging 15 or 20 a month.
My
now.
goodness.
And I guess we've got a reputation out there because it's not a lot of people who do that. It's difficult work.
You got to
Very
have a
difficult work.
printer big enough to print the thing,
Well,
too.
that, and you have to, and putting it on you need people that know what they're doing.
Absolutely.
We have that.
You probably get one shot at this when it
You sure don't want to mess it
sticks
up.
on there.
That's correct.
What about how many people now are you employing out there?
We
now?
have 20 employees.
Okay.
The expansion we'll add some more in the next 2 or 3 years. Not exactly how many, probably another 6. So we've grown.
Can you look in the old crystal ball and tell us what the future may hold for Lee Apparel?
You know, we do business in probably pretty much of a 100-mile radius.
Sure.
Of Elliott City. We reach out. We do business in Birmingham, Montgomery, Auburn, Opelika, and go all the way to Newnan, Georgia.
Right.
So no, I can't.
Yeah. But other than growth.
We will react.
Uh-huh.
You know, whatever it takes. We plan to do whatever it takes to grow.
And the internet is a huge.
The internet, of course, we're in the advertising business.
Sure.
Now, Randy runs it here in the Elliott City office.
Right.
We hit on just about every type of advertising you can think of, and of course, social media has really taken over, as you know.
It has. You got to do it.
You got to know how to handle it. You got to
Yes.
know how to put a company in position to get what they need. So we are doing a lot of that also. So.
Man, and that is a big part of it. I know their office here in town. They'll design websites and all that kind of stuff too.
Exactly.
It's all tied into one big umbrella with y'all.
And we also design logos, and we always tell companies that's the first thing they need to do. You know, most companies, small companies, you don't even have a logo.
Yeah, just get a brand so that people will recognize
You
it.
have to say, look, and let's put it on the side of that van and let's let people see it.
You know, back when we started Kalijah Country, I was a part of that logo design thing, and I think from day one, people recognize that name. They see that, and
They absolutely do.
it sets that mindset of what that is. Oh, that's Kalijah Country Radio right there, and y'all do that right there.
We do.
You've got an art
We do
department.
that. We got an art department. Our art department consists of 3 artists, sometimes more if we need them. We got the capabilities of doing anything anybody would want, and of course our whole business is centered around doing the correct graphics.
Sure, absolutely.
I'm gonna. Randy gave me a prop, so I'm gonna give him one. I've used part of their sign department several times over the years. In fact, the portion of the signs in front of my office were produced by Lee Marketing Group. So they produced the vinyl letters, and it was the thing that was great for me was, first of all, I did most of it by email, so it wasn't a lot of time involved where I had to go and meet people. Took some pictures, shot the pictures over by email to the office. They looked at them, sent me back some graphic, hey, here's what it's going to look like. Is this cool, or does it need to be tweaked? We tweaked a couple things. 48 hours later, I'm laying vinyl graphics on the signs, and it's done.
How about
and it
that?
was very reasonably priced. The transaction, not the financial part, was really easy.
Yeah.
But the whole process of developing it, figuring out what we want to do, replacing what was there, getting the right size, which is so key. You think you measured it right, but so it was just smooth. And I've done several projects with them. In fact, the next project that we're going to possibly work on is the big sign in front of my office, because if you went by and looked at it lately, it's pretty scabby.
Uh-oh, there's more business, Randy.
So
We'll be glad to work.
we'll be in touch.
One of the things I was talking about the wraps, you mentioned vehicles, but I know your building here in Elliott City, you virtually just wrap the front windows, which not only become a big billboard for you, it also helps to take out some of the heat.
It does.
That comes into your
yes.
building.
I mean, some of the window treatments we can do is designed to take out some of the heat, and of course we got some of those done in our building in Dayville too. So we're capable of doing that, helping people with that. Process.
And people will say, well, I can't tell you what I want. I'm not good at that. You got that part. Your art department will come and say, well,
absolutely.
what about this right here? They give you a few choices that
And
you
it's
can.
like Doug said. I mean, you work up a piece of art, And the internet allows you to send it to them, let them tweak it. Within a day, you can be back to each other 4 or 5 different times and get exactly what they want.
Just kinda tweak
without
it.
having to be there.
Yeah, without making so many trips and everything.
Is there a service that you offer or product that maybe a lot of people don't even know that you do?
Not sure if there's anything that they don't know we do. We do business in schools. We do a lot of corporate business. We're capable of doing anything on a garment you can think of. We stayed out of athletic uniforms in the schools. We let the Russell Corporation let them handle that.
Sure.
But we do a lot of leagues. We're very capable of doing a football league, a baseball league, or soccer, basketball. Give them the jerseys with the numbers and names on the back if they want it and that kind of thing. So we can do anything on a garment you can think of. We can do anything on a sign you can think of. And we learn new things every day.
Every day. Mr. Randy, we sure appreciate you coming out here with us this morning.
I appreciate you giving us the opportunity.
One more time, give us that phone number and how we can find you on the website.
Phone number would be 256-825-0197. And our website would be www.leemarketing.com.
There you go. That's easy to find right there. Thank you, sir. We appreciate you.
Glad to have you this morning.
Anytime.
Good to see you again. Yes,
All
sir.
right, we're going to take a break. We'll come back. This is Good Morning Lake Martin.